This is our final project for class 108, and this is group 107. And the topic is primary factors contributing to increased shark attack. This is Sam, and we have Brian, Sydney, Stephanie, Christian here to present with us.
So for some background, shark attacks have been steadily increasing over the past couple of decades. In an article called Trends in Global Shark Attacks, suggests that a surge in tourism could be the cause and the explanation for the increase of incidents that we've seen over the years. Other experts suggest that climate change, specifically the increase in rainfall, could be the thing causing it due to habitat disruption and increased prey, which bring sharks closer to shore.
We hypothesize that there is a statistically significant positive correlation between global shark attacks since 1950 and factors like ecosystemic changes and ocean recreation tendencies.
We used different data sources to help us understand this problem better. Of our data sets and APIs, one was a global shark attack data. It had about 7,000 observations from 200 countries involving shark incidences. And we used it to determine things like the amount of shark attacks by year. We also used international tourism data with about 6,000 observations. We use this to cross-reference shark attack data to see if tourism is a contributing factor. And then we used geocode API and weather API to get data pertaining to the rainfall and the location of each incident to see if rainfall was a contributing factor.
We'll now move on to our EDA and analysis, where we use diagrams and tests to make sure that our claims are going to be significant.
So over here, we just have a quick look of the overall incidence throughout the year from 1950 to present, and it seems spiked around 2015. And next, we have activity analysis versus seasonal analysis. As you can see that during the summertime, it seems to be with the highest incidence, and surfing seems to be most dangerous activities. And we also have fatality rates over time, and you can see it's significantly decreasing. And from 1800, it could be due to medical reason and the public awareness.
We also took a look at shark attacks by sex over time, and we found that males were overall more likely to be attacked by sharks. There was a spike for males in 1960 that wasn't present for females, which would require further research in order to determine what would be the cause of that. And just overall, there was an increase in reported shark attacks for both males and females.
So one of the data sets that we cross-referenced was the tourism data. And so we have our top 5 countries here in our graph, and you can see that there has been a steady increase across all countries since 1995 until 2020. And here we have a plot that shows the correlation between the annual attack count and the annual tourism in Australia, and you can see that there's a pretty strong correlation between tourism and shark attacks.
This graph shows shark attacks versus average rainfall. The graph and the correlation coefficient suggest there might be a connection between instances and rainfall. The identified correlation hints at a potential relationship, which should be further explored.
Finally, we'll move on to our conclusion.
So our main takeaways is that according to our analysis, it seems that higher amounts of tourism could be an explanation for the increase in shark attacks we've seen over the last couple years. In a similar fashion, a surge in rainfall seems to be significantly correlated with more shark incidents. So our final conclusion is that in times of high tourism or high precipitation, it would be really beneficial to issue warnings to the public and to medical professionals to anticipate higher risk of shark attacks.